the tri-axle. So I took it out the other day, give it a nice little test, a quick drive, tried it with a trailer, various bits, just tested out the stress on the drivetrain, and the steering we know is a necessity. And diff wise, I'm going to start by locking the first two diffs and leaving that one open, but I'll do that diff mod with you again in another video. For this one, I just want to get the steering lock done and out of the way. Now, I was going to use these angled rod ends, but not everyone might have them on hand, and it's just money that you don't really need to spend. So I thought we'll just bend the existing arm, which is the most common way of doing things, and this is the original steering bar. It's straight, and all we're going to do is just crank that on an angle a bit. So just unwind that on either end just a little bit more, and just keep doing it until you are flush. But it's as easy as just putting a bend in either side of the bar. Now I've just popped the steering bar back onto the ball joints. I just quickly went with this method because to do it with the rod ends, you are going to have to pop out the balls that are provided in there, and then the gap between the ball and where you want it to sit over the ball joint on your knuckles on the truck are actually bigger. So you are going to need to use nuts and bolts, like longer nuts and bolts. So you might just not have that stuff on hand. So that's the easiest way to do it. Like I say, is just bend the end of the rod slightly. Not too much to the point where they're like square, but you just want to angle them out just enough so you're going to get that clearance. Now if I just pop something under the truck, I am going to swap this servo out in a minute because like I say, that were weak and done, but I should have shown you before really what the lock was like. But you'll see what the lock's like when I take it up to the park in a moment, and I'll put the video from the other day side by side with this one, and then you can see it with and without like functioning. Like I say, I'm just going to quickly replace that servo. So this is the servo I'll be using. These are cheap on eBay. You can pick these up for about 12 quid. There's a servo horn on there. It's a solid one, better than the plastic servo saver junk that you get with the kits anyway. And you get two mounting holes with these which come with the servo, so you got one more gain for torque and the longer one for throw, so you get more throw from the servo. So I'm going to get that put into place of where the other one was, and I've also found another old one which I plan on just cutting the wire off the back. I'm not going to be using the gearbox, and I don't have a gearbox servo in there, but it's quite a weighty servo, so it'll be just acting there as a ballast at the side of that, just basically putting more weight over that front axle. So between the two of them, that's quite some weight compared to your standard servos. So I am just going to be having a dud in there. Doesn't work, it's not for show or nothing, just basically, as I said, just to act as a bit of ballast. So I'll get these swapped out and then we can get them out. So there we've got the servo in and the crank steering bar. But I mean, look at that for lock. That's just with cranking the bar. And I have a much more powerful servo in there now, which is great. So, shall go up to the park now. As I said, same spot on the centre half part with the line and the dot and the circle. And also, came in the mail. upside down, but in there, coming later, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, an unboxing and then a build of the new gen Scania for my little girl Diana. So she has her own truck now, which is awesome. So the tri-axle Peterbilt build from scrap. I haven't put that other servo in there yet. I'll do that later on because I have a few other bits which I'm thinking of putting on, like some winches and stuff. So let's move that. Yeah, I am pretty eager to just get this done, to be honest with you, because I know I'm just going to be getting nagged to death. So we'll go out now. Yeah, and let's see what the steering is now like on this. So same as the other day, just going to line the truck up here on the halfway line, and then just going to do some loop-de-loops, and when we put the other video in at the side, we'll be able to see which is the tighter lock, and you can see for yourself then that this is an efficient mod. And already so much stronger steering. And go. I apologise for the wind, but I do believe in the last video the truck was coming over the centre of the dot. Let's move it to the other side. And full lock to the right. Now I do remember I did it from this side, didn't I? So again, lock to the right. That's literally all I really wanted to show you for that. It is that easy, and you can do it for free just by bending the ends of the rods. It's that simple. I couldn't really give you degrees and angles as to bend it on, but it's kind of judgment. But yeah, for free, just little kink here, little kink there, and you can unleash quite a lot of locking power on that front axle. So yeah, hope that was a bit informative, and I do thank you all for watching. Until the next one, when we tug of war that and rusty. So ciao for now, guys.